Okay, welcome back. And here is the background of this case as well. This kind of rubbish, this kind of tire, plastic, for them tires, it's called the black pollution. Well, it's have a harmful pollution, harmful damage of this environment. So if you just burn them directly, they have a huge pollution. And our technique is to recycle this kind of tire, and by using the pyrolysis technique and get the flue oil and syngas and carbon black. So that's this tireless tire recycling pyrolysis acknowledged the most efficiency ways for the waste tire management. Well, when the pyrolysis technique is used in waste tire, rubber, and plastic recycling, the pyrolysis mainly refers to turbo decomposition. Well, many just organic or inorganic substances are decomposed when heat in a certain treatment extent. Pyrolysis is mostly used in the petrochemical industry to get various flue oil from the waste tire and plastic. Only the tire and plastic we can just recycle and get the flue oil. For example, the oil sludge, coal tar oil, we can also recycle this oil inside of them and just to purify them. So like oil sludge, they are the harmful rubbish, harmful horizontal pollution. So if we use the pyrolysis technique and recycle the oil inside, and then the sludge, we can just bury them and without pollution. Here is the different kind of the technique. We have three kinds of the equipment: the batch type 1, the semi-continuous, and fully continuous pyrolysis plant. This is the most simple technique, the batch type 1. Well, let's see about the 3D video, which can be more clear to know the technique. Okay, here is it. This is batch type pyrolysis equipment. The capacity is just 10 ton, 12 ton, 15 ton, 18 ton, 20 ton per day. This material is more suitable for different kind of the states. Like we can feed the whole tire, different kinds of the plastic, oil sludge, aluminium plastic, are all suitable for this kind of equipment. One line just occupies the area of 200 to 300 centimeter, and this is 6 line of 15 ton pyrolysis plant. And this is the carbon black briquetting step. First is the feeding system to feed the raw material into the reactor by using this automatic feeder. And then I will open the burner and heat the tire inside the reactor at a temperature of 350 to 380. And then we will get the flue or gas, and they will come out through the outlet and go into the buffer tank. This tank is to slow down the speed of the gas and to settle down impurities. And then here is the condensation system. The first is the vertical condensers, which have 4 pipes, and the gas will go through the pipe, and which covered the pipe is the condensation water that will condense the gas into the flue oil, and then they will temporarily store it in this storage tank. Here is a tank of 210. And then here is the oil water separator, which will purify the gas and condense them. Let's have the outer cover outside. And then the third step is the horizontal condensers, which have the biggest cooling area. We condense most of the gas. And we also set two condensing towers which have one pipe inside to ensure all the gas is just condensed into the flue oil. And this is to process some gas that cannot be condensed, the tail gas. They were using this odor removal system to purify the hydrogen sulfide inside. And then the gas can go back to the reactor for heating. And then we don't need the extra heating energy like the syngas, like the natural gas or the flue oil. You can just use these tail gas to heat the reactor. Why we have this odor removal system is because if we just burn the gas directly, which have the hydrogen sulfide inside, they have some harmful smoke or release. And in the combustion system, they may have some smoke we need to emission, so we have the purification system to purify the just the harmful gas. So the whole production is very environmental friendly. They don't have any pollutions during the production. This is a spraying tower, and here is the post-dust collector. And this is a vacuum device, which is to ensure there are no flux explosion during the production. And then here is the burning chamber. We'll just burn the tail gas that we don't need to use. Just before we slag the solid production, the carbon black, we need to cool down the reactor to lower than 100 degrees. And here is the cooling system. And then we can slag them. We have three ways to slag the carbon black, like the front slag, side slag, and the back slag. Here is the side slag, which have the higher working efficiency and is more environment friendly because there are no dust to go into the pyrolysis workshop. We have an underground storage area to store the carbon black in a sealed environment. And here is the carbon black briquetting system, which we can press them, and then it's more easy to restore the carbon black, and it's more environmental friendly. There are less dust. So if you have any questions, you can leave in the comment section, or you can add our WhatsApp in the comment section now. Our sales manager will contact with you and send you our catalog, our price list. And one of the products from the waste tire is the steel wire. And here is a steel wire pulling system. To get the steel wire out of the reactor. For one tire, we have 15% of the steel wire inside. And then we will pump the oil in the storage tank into the final tank. The flue oil we get is the heavy oil, and we can use at the agricultural machine just after refining, or the diesel generator, because after refining we can get the diesel. And if we want to use them directly, this is a flue oil to burn that, like the cement factory, bricks factory, or just other industry. Okay, here is the batch type pyrolysis plant. It includes like the feeding system, the pyrolysis system, condensation system, and the slagging system, and also here is the purification system. This is the briquetting machine, the grinding machine. And also we have the semi-continuous pyrolysis plant and fully continuous pyrolysis plant for different capacity and different raw materials. If you choose the continuous type, the efficiency is more higher than the batch type, but it's more strict about the raw materials. We can't feed the whole tire into the reactor. We need to just press them into the carbon black. Just to press them into the black powder and remove the steel wire inside the tire. Then we're allowed to feed them, because we need to just feed them into the just powder type. Then we can ensure during the feeding step there no oxygen get inside the reactor. Here is also the semi-continuous one. Well, the biggest differences between the batch type and the semi-continuous is like the batch type pyrolysis plant, we need to cool down the reactor and then we can allow it to discharge the carbon black because it's more safe. But the semi-continuous, we can discharge the carbon black at a very high temperature during the sealed environment and compress them into this small reactor, and they can be naturally cooled down. So we don't need to cool down the whole reactor, and when we slag out the carbon black, then we can just feed the next raw materials directly. And now the reactor may have just is at a very high temperature, and it's more just quickly to have the pyrolysis reaction. For the batch type, we can get one batch for 1 day, and the semi-continuous one we can have 3 batches for 2 days. So it's more higher of the working efficiency. And this is the different raw materials. Well, due to the reasonable application of pyrolysis technique, waste pyrolysis plants can efficiently convert waste tire into oil gas and non-condensable gas and carbon black through high temperature heating. After that, the oil gas is condensed into liquefied oil through a cooling system. Non-condensable gas can be directly reconverted and used for heating the pyrolysis reactor. Tire pyrolysis oil can replace diesel fuel for industrial heating, such as brick factory, cement factory, and steel mill, and so on. This is the flow chart and some project cases display. And this is a project in South Africa. Here is a reactor, the condensation system, which is the tube condensers, and the vacuum device, pulse collector. Here the same to process the waste tire with the automatic feeder, pyrolysis reactor, condensation system, auto removal system. And outside we have the desulfidation system. And this is a fully continuous one. Well, Well, this is which have the biggest working capacity and higher efficiency and more automatic. This is a fully continuous one, which just can work for 45 to 60 days without stop, and it's just more, just can save more labors. Only 1 or 2 labors is enough during the production. A machine in Brazil to process with tire and the plastic particles. This reactor is much more longer than the batch one, have more capacity. And this is a feeding winch. It will feed the rubber powder or the pyrolysis plastic particles inside. And just during the feeding step, with this combustion system is open to heat the reactor and have the pyrolysis reaction. And here is the applications of the final products. After processing the waste tire, we can get the pyrolysis flue RU and carbon black and steel wire. And the RU is kind of very good heating flue. It's with more than 10,000 calorie heating value, which is much higher than of the coal. It has a good market in different countries. The flue RU is widely used in boiler factories, cement factories, steel factory, brick factory, glass factory, and so on. And the second solid carbon black final product is carbon black. Well, it's just a solid flue, which is used for modify liquid flue production as a sorbent, activate carbon constitution, as a filling material for production of new low-duty rubber goods, as a colorant of print and colors, cement and other productions, as a filling materials for rubber, bituminous mastic, and as a substance of disposal of mercury containing materials. This is the different applications of the carbon black. And the steel wire can contain the good grade steel. It can be used for further production of the metals. So you can just sew the steel wire directly. And also this is for the flue application. Well, the flue RU, you can sew them directly to these places for burning. And also you can refine them to the non-standard diesel, into diesel and used for generator, machinery, and vehicles, such as agricultural machine, heavy-duty trucks. By using this, and this is the refining equipment by using the category. And the carbon black pressed into pellets for industrial heating. The good value as high as that of the coal, just can replace the coal for heat. Or the further refining, use the different industry like carbon, ink, pigments, PVC pipes, batteries, rubber production, and so on. And steel wire. And here is the environmental protection system. There are 4 sources of the pollution of our plant. So we will answer one by one of is it have this kind of pollution or how we solve them. The first is the water pollution. Well, just during the production, we have 2 kinds of the waters. The first part is the cooling water for cooling down the hot oil gas into the flue RU, and it is circulating. So the gas is not at the same way of the RU. They are not contact with them. So all the gas is clean forever. so there are no any pollutions. And the other part is the resin water to remove the sulfur and dust into the flue gas purification process. And they're also circulating and no need to discharge it, but you need to get added regularly with the evaporation, just evaporation, and to clean the water pool for frequently. So we don't have any pollution during the water pollution. And about the air pollution, if you don't process the sulfurization tower, it will have the pollution directly because we have the combustion system to burn the reactor. But we will process this different kind of the tower, higher choices, is the sulfurization tower, to just purify the carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, and so on. The different plan of the purification system, because the policies in different areas, different regions is not the same. So we will just set up, give you the pyrolysis equipment certification plan for you, depends on your regions. No bad smell. This is because the tail gas, they will just burn, and just after purification to remove the hydrogen sulfide inside. Tail oil removal device can efficiently purify the flammable and condensed state tail gas before the gas recycled, and just furnace as the heating flue, which is preventing no pollution from the tail gas burning. Here is the buffer tank. This is a buffer tank, and this is the spring tank, or we call filter tank. And this is a water cell to prevent the gas go back to the system before. And also we can ensure there are no dust pollution, because the carbon black is discharged under completely sealed conditions, so that carbon black powder and dust will not fill out, which can avoid the dust pollution at a great extent. And also there are no noise pollution. Noise is less than 50 dB. There are no crashing or some other just ways to have the noises. Or we have burn them, and by using the winch to transport them, and by using installation cover to condense the gas. There are no just ways to have the noises, so it's less than 50 dB decibels. Emission data. Well, this is kind of different. So you can just tell us your raw materials, and we can give you the data for this reference. Some clients visit. This is in the factory to see the reactor in our office. This is 12 batch type pyrolysis plant to process the waste tire. Here is also for waste tire. This is all the batch type. And also now we have our fully continuous pyrolysis plant in America, in Russia, Brazil, Kazakhstan, and India, and so on. The certificate, SGS, and the certificate for CE, and the patent certificate. And this is the technique of the different kinds of the equipment, batch type, semi-continuous and fully continuous. So we have introduced of the batch type equipment, and now let's have a look at the the semi-continuous and fully continuous equipment. Let's see about the fully automatic continuous pyrolysis plant. Here is a pyrolysis system. For the fully automatic continuous pyrolysis plants, we have the capacity for 15 ton, 20 ton, 18, 30 ton, 40 ton, 50 ton per day, which can automatic work for 45 to 60 days without stop. And this is the feeding step. For the fully continuous one, we need to feed the rubber powder, not the tire. So we need to crush the tire into the powder type. And here is the pyrolysis step. We will use the hot burner to heat the reactor. This is indirect heating ways. Just as for prolong the service life of the reactor. Inside of the rubber powder, which is a temperature of 350 to 380 without oxygen. And then the gas will come out to the condensation system. The first is a buffer tank, which will slow down the speed of the gas and to settle down impurities. And then here is the buffer tank, a condensation buffer tank, which have the water cover, will cool down the gas into the oil, and also at the same time it can slow down the speed. And this is the vertical condensers, which will disperse the gas to different pipe and to fully contact with the low temperature of the water, and then to cool down them into the oil. This is all the removal system. Here is the buffer tank, this is the filter device, and this is the water tank. And then they will go back to the hot wind furnace to heat the reactor. About the carbon black. They were using the winch with the water cover to slide them at the same time to cool down the temperature of the carbon black. And here is the valve to release the gas. We also equipped it with the purification system to purify the harmful smoke that we need to emission. And the pulse collector and the sulfidation tower. After production, when the temporary storage tank is full, and they will pump the gas automatically to the final tank. The oil we can use at the cement factory, glass factory for heating. And here is a fully continuous pyrolysis plant. This is different final products. The pyrolysis oil, carbon black and steel wire from the waste tire, and the plastic OU, carbon black from the waste plastic. If your raw material is aluminium plastic, then we can get the plastic OU, carbon black, and aluminium ingot. And this is different kind of the equipment. The last 3D video we show is the fully continuous type, which have 15 times per day to 50 times per day. It's fully automatic, continuous production for 24 hours, and we can work for 45 to 60 days, and big processing capacity and time and labor saving. And then the semi-continuous pyrolysis plant, which have the more common model is the 10 times per day, 12 times, 15 times per day. And it's automatic feeding to feed. It also need to feed the rubber powder or plastic particles. High efficiency, energy saving, and good performance. And this is a batch type one. It's more cost effective and good stability and multiple use, suitable for most of the raw materials. And here is a plant unit, pyrolysis plant unit for 100 kilogram, 500 kilogram, and 1 ton, 5 ton per day. And if you need the large capacity but you want the frame type is also okay, you can contact with our engineer, or this can be customized. This is more easy to just transport. And here is the final products and some applications. The profit analysis can be referenced because the data is based on the internet and feedback of our customers. So you can contact with us to get the detailed last analysis and to customize the pyrolysis plant. This is you can see about the cost every day and the income. The cost is from the raw material, electricity consumption, heat flow, and manpower. Advantages of the equipment. The raw materials of the furnace, we are using the boiler plate or the stainless steel. Depends on the different raw materials. For the waste tire, we can use boiler plates. But some raw material which is corrosive, like the, for example, the oil sludge, we need to use the stainless steel. So it's the welding process, and this is different purification step. Other recommended products is tire and rubber powder, tire shredding machine, pyrolysis to oil distillation machine, if you need. And here is the distillation plant. Can process the pyrolysis oil and liquid oil sludge, used engine oil, and so on. To type new catalytic technology waste and to diesel plant, and the cost-effective waste and oil to diesel plant. To use the exit and gas and the other products. Also, we have the frame type for 1 ton, 2 ton, 100 kilogram, 500 kilogram. After processing, we can get the diesel and asphalt. The diesel can use a heavy machine, generator, blower, or factory, the ferry, or mining machine. And asphalt can be paving or refinery. Another analysis of the profit. Here are some other products we have. We also have plastic to diesel and gasoline plants. This after process the waste plastic, we can get the plastic, oil, diesel, and gasoline. That is it. Our project cases is now we have customers in 120 countries, so it's very convenient for you to visit. We can send you some introduction of the cases and the catalog, the price list for you if you need to know about the business. Customer feedback. See our engineer. It's very professional. And the good quality of the equipment. Now this is the profile of our company. Our name is Henan is the province name. Our company's name is Doing, which is a similar pronunciation of our Chinese name Dongying. We are just a comprehensive environmental equipment manufacturer, integrating technology design, research and development, machine production, sales, and after-sales service in one. We rely on excellent technical R&D strengths and innovative spirit. Our company has borne up to 23 new, now is more than this, authority patents and innovation patents. And our company is honored as the National High Technology Enterprise Award by the Municipal Science and Technological Commission. Our main business is just like the tire with plastic pyrolysis equipment, the oil sludge, pyrolysis equipment, and the diesel oil, the fuel oil, the engine oil distillation plant, and the biomass combination plant. This is the three type of the main products. Some certificate and our service. We have the pre-sale service, on-sale service, and after-sale service in one. So for the pre-sale service, you can visit factory production workshop and one-to-one equipment configuration plan and get the plan to the placement site by our engineer. And on-sale service, you can check the production conditions of the machine anytime and communicate with the progress of the equipment manufacturing. The most important is after-sale service. We have 1 year warranty, and our engineer can come to your factory, guide equipment installation and commissioning. And also we can give you the technical training. This is about the after-sale service. So if you have any questions or wanted to know more information, you can contact with our sales manager. This is today's live show. I have introduced of the technique of the fully continuous and that type 1. If you have some raw materials need to process or interested in this kind of business, then you can contact with us. We are professional manufacturing in China. We are doing group. Okay, thank you for your watching today. Have a nice day. Goodbye.